Contrary to popular belief, self-care does not need to be elaborate or expensive. It's not an all-day experience, and you don't need to be running your wallet thin in the process. Has overthinking self-care made you just avoid it altogether? If that is you, please stay tuned as I share 3 ways to be more consistent with your self-care routine. Let's get into it. Everybody, it is Jessica here. If you are new, thank you for stopping by. If you are a returner, thank you for coming back. And please stay for a while. So, it is my humble belief that self-care allows us to live a soft and blessed life. I know that when I was battling with anxiety, when I was battling just with just vertigo, just with negative self-concept, really being consistent about my self-care and really experimenting with different types of self-care allowed me to step into a better version of myself. And I would like to, pass along those gems to you as well. So thank you for tuning in. And more specifically, I want to talk about how to be more consistent with our self-care. I think that sometimes we know it's important, right? But there's so many things that can make us not be as consistent. We might think, we don't have enough time. We might think, oh, I don't have the time. I don't have the money, right? And I don't want those things to prevent you from doing something that's going to give you so many benefits. So today we're going to talk about what are 3 things you can do right now, ASAP, to make sure that you are consistently practicing self-care. All right, so let's get into it. Before we start, please drop a comment below. What is your go-to self-care routine? Like, what's something that you automatically do? It's just like your favorite self-care routine to do. Please drop your go-to activity in the comments below. The first thing that is going to help you be more consistent with your self-care is the use of a journal. So I love journals. So I consider myself like a modern day Moesha, okay? If you watch that 90s sitcom, Moesha was always in her journal writing about her day, writing about Q and her other boyfriends that she had at the time. And I want us to apply that same thing with journaling. So journaling can be a space that has so many benefits. It can be a space where we thought dump, just like any ideas that are on our mind. It's a place for us to problem solve. Maybe if there's something that we need to think about, we can just really think about it by writing through it. It's a place to set goals that you have for the week, for the month, or, whatever time period you like. And also it's a place to just monitor your progress, monitor your growth, right? Maybe the thing that got you upset a month ago or 2 months ago, you might not even be thinking about anymore, right? And sometimes through the process of actually writing it down, you're able to see how much growth you've made, how much progress you've made, right? And so it allows you to really really be proud of your progress. I'd also just say it allows you to be creative, right? To think about different ways, different futures that you have for yourself, write down different goals that you have for yourself. And the best thing about a journal is it's yours, right? No one's reading it. No one's looking at your journal. You can write at your own pace, right? You can use a journal prompt. You can choose to doodle. You can just write what's on your head, right? If you decide to personalize it, spice it up with a nice little cover or just pens. It's honestly at your pace. It's really what you want to do, but the benefits outweigh not doing it all. All right, so the next essential for your self-care journey, the next thing that's going to help you be more consistent with your self-care is candles. So candles are amazing for aromatherapy. There are so many different scents that you can experiment with. I'm a lavender girl. I love lavender. I love eucalyptus. But there's so many scents that instantly bring you calm. If you're someone who's not necessarily a candle person, an oil diffuser does a trick as well. The reed diffusers as well do the trick. But there's so many benefits. So it provides aromatherapy. It helps reduce anxiety. So back with my anxiety, when I was trying to, get a handle on my anxiety, the smell of lavender really just helped me feel calm and at ease and, at peace. And so, those scents can really help you with anxiety as well. Another benefit is just creating a healing space. Those scents create a healing space, right? So there are different aspects of self-care. One aspect is environmental, thinking about like the space around you, the environment that you keep, because like what's around you has an effect on you, right? And so if you are in a space that like smells amazing, automatically like that boosts your mood, right? So it's part of like just environmental self-care, because creating like that, the scents, the aromas help create a healing and a cozy space. The last thing that's going to help you be more consistent with your self-care is discernment. Again, discernment is just the ability to like just make the right choices for you. So I think in these self-care streets, there's so many, even in these like social media streets, like there's so much pressure to do what other people are doing. So many things are trending, right? Like there's so many trends everywhere. And I feel like with self-care, it's really important to do what works for you. Not what works for the other person, not what the next celebrity is doing, but what works for you. Right? So like, for example, I've experimented with many different things to see what works for me. I've experimented with like, with trying out different classes. I've experimented with working out versus like going to dance classes to help me with movement, right? And so that's something that I experimented with myself. And I thought about like, how does this make me feel? What are things that I need right now? And I think that on your self-care journey, it's important to think about like, what is it? What is my immediate need right now? What do I need more of? And go after that, right? And so sometimes that might look like self-discovery. Sometimes it might look like, hey, like I need to try something new. Let me try a cooking class. Let me try a dance class, right? Sometimes it might look like I need to actually like take a break. Maybe I can delegate some tasks to other people. Maybe I can drop off my laundry this time. Or maybe I can order a healthy meal this time, right? So it really does look different. And I think the more that you use discernment, the more you'll be able to create a self-care routine that's authentic to you. If it doesn't feel authentic, if it doesn't feel useful, you just won't do it. Like there's no point in staying consistent with something that doesn't feel useful, right? So if you are doing things that like are relevant to you, that help you, right? Not the next person, you'll be more likely to stay consistent with it. So those are my 3 essentials for just making sure that you are staying consistent with your self-care. And please let me know what's your go-to self-care activity. And also let me know which one of these 3 tips would you like to try. Thank you, and I'll catch you next time. Bye, y'all.